Hey guys, it's Silver Snorlax, and I am back today with our October send-off. So we've got lots of cards here. Looks like another fairly large round. About 191 cards total is what came in. That came in over the course of 8 different users, so October is looking to be a fantastic round. You'll see some people that have sent before. You'll see a wide range of cards. We'll see some sports cards, Pokemon. We got some nice Yu-Gi-Oh cards sprinkled in here. We've got all kinds of stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and do what I normally do. Just start kind of showcasing cards and moving right through it so you guys can get a quick overview as far as to what we'll be sending for this round. This first batch of cards that I'm showcasing comes from Lindsey M, who sent with me last round, I believe. She had decent order size. I'm noticing a lot. My average order size increased pretty significantly for this particular round. It looked to be about 25 cards plus. Was not too unusual here. I've got a couple larger 50 card orders. I've got 50 and up, I should say, 50 and up card orders, a lot of 25 and up card orders. Some of these guys kind of ran with a Halloween theme and sent 13 cards, which I thought was kind of cool. Excuse me while I shuffle paperwork, making sure I have everybody's cards in the right order. So it looks like lots of full arts and fantastic primals and all kinds of just really great collectible cards coming from Lindsey. So this round I actually thought was going to end up being a lot larger, as I did have one gentleman contact me over Facebook who wanted to send just this massive order, and he sounded very promising. That concludes Lindsey's. Move on to Charmander 3000. But anyway, this gentleman contacted me. He said he wanted to do a 100 plus card order, which would have been really cool. I gave him a good rate on it, as the CC deal for October was a very good deal, I thought. I'd like to see more of it from PSA. PSA, if you're watching. Shining Boot Tops there, the unlimited variant. Next up, this is from Ice Cold Pokefan. 26 of his, lots of fossil here. But I guess he decided ultimately not to. But no worries. I've actually been talking to more and more people. The more and more I do this, the more I interact with Facebook. I get more requests on larger order sizes, which is always a good thing because that just means more content for you guys. I get to see more cool stuff. That's always fun. So lots of stuff to go over, definitely, but I'm hoping to pick up a couple of larger orders, as that would help me out a little bit. And for those of you thinking or are interested in doing larger orders, I generally get questions as far as to how I price 100 plus card orders, what all is involved with that. In a nutshell, I don't look to make crazy amounts of money. I've never done this to make crazy amounts of money. PSA grading, if you want to run a grading service, I don't recommend running a grading service if you want to make a ton of money. It's actually very difficult to be profitable. It's easy to sell graded stock and make profit, but it's not easy to grade cards for folks and make money. So that's never been a real goal of mine, to make big bucks. But for those of you who are interested in having larger submission sizes done, I actually just kind of base it off of cost, 25-cent profit per card, and then the rest of it is just shipping cost. Alright, moving on, we have CG, let's see, I'm trying to read his username. CG Host is what it looks like. James B sent a number of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I thought were really cool looking. Now this is stuff from past the time that I played, so a lot of it is completely new and different to me. Lava Golem, that's a reprint actually. I remember him actually, he was kind of at the end of my career there. Dark Necrofear, so lots of really nice cards I thought were pretty phenomenal. Artwork on Yu-Gi-Oh cards is insane. It just looks so good. First edition Exodia from a set I'm actually not familiar with. I want to say it was like Yugi's World, something to that degree. Dark Hole, an old staple I used to run. Darkness. So, like I was saying, lots of variety here. We'll be seeing lots of really cool and different stuff. Five-headed dragon. It's nuts. I love it. Moving on, single card order, as I still take single card orders. This is from MTL Baller 100, who was sent with me many, many times. This is a very cool card. I actually took a moment to stop and read the effect. Being a previous Yu-Gi-Oh player myself, I was like, that is a pretty crazy awesome card. So you guys are more than welcome to back up that camera there and take a look at it. Moving right along. We have, this is a gentleman that contacted me from UPCCC. He had a very large order. He had all kinds of really cool stuff that I really liked, including some base set stuff. These come from Jay Canley. You'll see him on eBay. He also is on UPCCC. As I mentioned before, he's a little bit everywhere. So he approached me and asked me to do some grading for him, do some appraisal work. So we'll go over his cards real quick here. So he had lots of stuff I like. Lots of stuff I like to collect. Or would be collecting. Like this Dragonite, for example, is like prime example of something I would definitely collect. I love that Dragonite card. I've always enjoyed that card. I think it's the best card out of the Fossil set. A couple of Gengars and Haunters. Actually did some appraisal work on Miss Kabutops. So we'll be seeing him come back again. And this is, I believe, an Air Blastoise. Yeah, let my camera focus here. You can see there is no stage right there. So that's a very cool Blastoise. Moving along. This is still Jay Canley. Still has tons of cards. Lots of crystals. This is pretty cool. This is a printing defect Hitmonlee. You can see that big smudge there. That is not, in fact, my camera acting up. That is actually how the card was printed. We have some unlimited Charizards. I believe he sent 3 of those. Beautiful Shining Gyarados. I actually just sold my my own copy of my own Shining Gyarados not long ago. Graded, of course. This one's also pretty cool. This is a base set Gyarados. However, it is very off-centered. You can see how it was actually cut. You can see the print sheet must have screwed up a little bit, and they actually caught the bottom half of one card and took the bottom half of this part off. But the interesting thing about this card is that the back is totally fine. It's not misaligned or anything, so that's really cool. You definitely do not see that every day. First edition stuff, Blastoise, Beedrill. I'm hoping he gets good grades there on a lot of the base set stuff. Being a base set collector myself, I know that gut feeling you get when you're just like, oh god, if only if it comes back where I need it to be. High hopes for this War Turtle as well. I didn't do any appraisal work on it. I didn't really look it over too hard. But War Turtle is like one of the hardest, actually I think it might be the hardest uncommon card to get in the set. Yellow Cheeks Pikachu. And this one's pretty cool as well. This is another printing defect Kangaskhan. You can see that's when the machine didn't line up quite right, and it didn't print all of the hollow foil right where it was supposed to be, but regardless, that's still pretty cool. I believe he's having authentication work done only on that previous card. Alright, so this group coming up here, this is a 66 card order. This comes from Evie Evolutioner 53 from YouTube here, and she sent just a ton, just a huge mix. She sent, when we were PMing back and forth, she said, I got a lot of rare stuff, and what that turned out to be more than anything was a lot of promotional stuff, stuff I don't typically see or get. So you will see as I flip through here just tons and tons of promos, a lot of Japanese promos, stuff you don't typically see on YouTube's things that are graded frequently, that sort of deal. So that's going to be really cool to see. These are cool. I didn't even know these existed. These are Domino's promos. You see the little Domino's symbol there in the corner. I guess Domino's must have done a promotional thing some time ago. So a lot of these coming through, you can see that little Domino's symbol there in the corner. A couple of my favorite, couple Snorlaxes coming through. So all kinds of just really cool stuff. And yeah, she said she had a decent collection. She had just all kinds of just crazy full arts and promos and things I don't typically see, so it was fun having to kind of sort through and figure everything out as I was going. This is probably the most beautiful card in the order. I absolutely love the artwork here on this Gyarados. I just figured I'd pause, take a second to show you guys that one. I cannot wait to see that one come back graded. These I'm actually not entirely sure what they are. Looks like some kind of illustrator card. One of those promotional contest things. Zipping straight through. Seeing some Hoopa there. But this round's going to shape up to be a good one, I think. Hopefully, given the round size, again, it's about 191 cards. We're going to see faster turnaround time than we previously have seen in the past here. We're seeing, due to the round sizes, we're seeing all kinds of faster processing times, which I love. Makes you guys happy, makes me happy. Only thing that ever worries me, any of these guys who are on payment plans, because I do a lot of that. That's something I've offered for a while now. It's actually very popular. I need to film an updated video about that now I'm thinking about it. But just trying to make sure I get cash on time so I can actually save enough to submit the following round and have it processed quickly and efficiently. But so far that hasn't been too problematic, so we'll probably keep doing it. Fantastic Mewtwo. Energy Switch. Champ. So just, she sent all kinds of really cool stuff. I think we're kind of wrapping up her order, her 66 card order. Mega Tokyo Pikachu, Stormfront Charizard. Yeah, we're reaching the end here. So, as you can see, a lot of variety with her order. Again, heavy on the promo side of it, but really great artwork on a lot of these cards. And that finishes up the plus and minus. Very cool. Alright, I believe I have last order here. These come from, let's see, these come from Stephen D. He sent a couple of sports cards, actually. We'll go over those real quick. So just kind of your some of your standard stuff. Some of these I'm keeping actually in top loaders. Typically I move everything to CS1s, but due to the actual size and thickness of a lot of these cards, I deemed it safer actually to keep these in top loaders. That's where they will stay. I'll just have to wrap them a little better when I send them off to PSA. It's really cool stuff. Really thick patch and autograph cards here. He's a Marcus Mariotti fan. Hope I pronounced that right. I never get the sports guys right. But as you can see, autos and patches. Big things in sports cards in industry, if you guys did not know previously. This one is an interesting error card. I'm just going to let you sit there and look at it and deem why that might be an error card or why that may not be appropriate. Alright, moving on. That'll be interesting coming back in a slab. Got a little shack going on. This is kind of cool, just a Radio City Music Hall auto. And we're just about done here. Finished off with this Team Quads patch card. That's really cool. And that's it. That's it for our October round. We'll have those getting submitted fairly soon here. You guys can just kind of check back on the channel. Hopefully those will be back very soon. I'm hoping to see those inside of just a month. I've been seeing turnaround times inside of 10 business days, so hopefully we can avoid the 50-day minimum waiting list. So we'll see what happens, but really excited for that round, guys. Thanks a lot.